Let me start that over. Hey y'all, so today's video is gonna be my first story time. And yeah, so I'm gonna get like right into it because I don't know how long the story is gonna actually be. And the way I tell stories is I'm gonna probably be in and out. So I'm gonna just get straight to the point. So this is about my worst dating experience ever, my worst first date ever. So this is how it started. I'm gonna call this boy number one. So it's two guys in a situation. They're gonna be named boy one and boy two. So stay tuned or keep up, because in story times I can never remember who's who and what's the relationship with the person telling the story. It just be too much to remember. Anyway, so yeah, I'm gonna keep it simple. Boy one, boy two. I was dealing with boy one for a little while, and boy one, on my end, I was like expecting it to be something way more than what it actually was. So I was catching feelings and things like that. Whatever. So I know I fell the city girls. Anyway, so in the midst of me like catching feelings or whatever, I guess it was like pretty obvious to him that I was doing that. Let me move back. So I guess it's pretty like obvious to him that I was catching feelings or whatever. So I noticed that he kind of like was distancing himself because what I wanted wasn't the same thing he wanted. Whatever. So I guess me being fed up with like the mixed signals and stuff, I spoke on it. And he ended up telling me, I have the screenshots. I don't know if I want to post these or not, but if I do, they'll be somewhere on the screen. But basically what it said was, this was like not in the summertime, but like probably like September, spring. What the girl said.
Or September. For that is spring summer.
Okay.
September spring shows.
Anyway, it was around that time. I know it was getting nice, and I had just cut my hair around August, like the end of August. So it was around August, September. So boy one, we started getting into a conversation. I'm telling him how I feel. He's like, oh, you already know. I already told you. Mind you, he never told me this. He was like, I already told you I don't want a relationship. I'm not looking for that right now. We was vibing at first, but now you're starting to throw me off. So I'm like that fake blue moment is like, and I never do this, but I'm like, all right, now I gotta play the game. Like he's playing the game, but that's really not me, which is probably why this ended up failing. So yeah, I'm not gonna lie, my feelings was hurt. He was like just going off about how this is not what he want. I'm throwing him off. This, that, and the third. Me being that my feelings was already involved, which is probably too soon anyway, whatever. It hurt my feelings. So this boy number two, he's been trying to like get my attention a little bit for some time now. But being that I was dealing with boy number one, I was like curving. So I'm like, let me just give it a shot. So I'm scrolling through my DMs, looking for a nigga. But not like looking for a nigga. I just was like, he wanna play the game. He was like, I'm doing me. So being that he was like, I'm doing me, I'm like, all right, so it's time for me to like get out my feelings and do the same, like get my starting five, rack them up, get my roster together, let me recruit some niggas. That's the mindset I had. So I found this boy, and he I just wrote him like, what's up? Or like he had wrote me, and I might have like answered what he was saying months later. So he was like, yeah, what made you just write me, da 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 da. So now we switched to text. So it was kind of speeding up. Like within the first 2 days, he was already asking to take me out on a date. So the first day, I think I had my friend's photo shoot, that I had asked me to attend and be a part of. So I was like, I'm not really, like, wasn't really into that at the time. So I'm like, yeah, I can't do it today. And I was fake curving because he was like too on me, and I don't know, girls always do that. Like when a nigga's too on you, like it kind of pushes you away, which is, I would say, my toxic trait or whatever. So he was like pushing up on me too much. So the first day I was like fake curving. I'm like, he's like smothering me already, and I don't even know him. So he like, yeah, let's go on a date. I asked him like where. This is like the next day. I'm like, all right, fuck it. I'm not doing nothing else. Might as well go. Plus, this nigga just OD shattered my whole fucking shit. I'm like, let me just go get my mind off of things. So I'm like, yeah, where we going? He like, oh, girls never want to let you do their thing, da 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 da. So I'm like, all right, maybe he got this like handle. Like, I'm gonna let him do whatever. So I started feeling a little special. So he was telling me he was at work. He told me about the job he has. It was a good job. And he was telling me about how he got this car, this, that, and the third. So I'm like, okay, cool. Because not a lot. Okay, so I'm not going to say, I live in New York. So a lot of guys, like they do have cars, but then a lot of guys don't. Because you don't really need a car in New York. Like, it's not a necessity. You could literally travel anywhere. Most of the things are either walking distance. You could take public transportation, whatever. Like, you don't really need a car. So that's kind of rare for around my age group, if you get what I mean. So I'm like, all right, good. I really don't, because if a nigga make me take a train, that is gonna blow my mind. If a nigga make me, there's nothing wrong with public transportation, but I just feel like that's not how you, that's not the type of time I'm on right now. So he like, yeah, I'm gonna pick you up, da 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 da. So he's from a different borough from me. I don't want to say the borough. He's from a different borough from me. So I'm from Manhattan, and yeah. So he was like, yeah, I'm gonna come pick you up or whatever. And I don't know him like at all. I just knew that we had like mutual friends on Instagram. So I'm like, all right, cool. So now he comes pick me up. He didn't tell me where we were going. So I didn't know how to dress for the occasion. So like maybe an hour. He was like, I'm gonna come pick you up at 7. 7 came, but like I don't want to press it. Like, all right, 7 is here. Like, where the fuck you at? So now it's 8. He like, my bad for being late. Whatever. Told me to come downstairs. I come downstairs. I had on a cute little outfit. I had on my CDG Converse jeans and this army fatigue like crop top jacket and this red side bag, and I had just cut my hair. It was a cute little side part bob. I'm gonna insert a video anyway of that night. Anyway, so now we drive into the borough that he lives in, but being, like I said, I don't know him like that, so this was like a new route for me. So after I noticed that we were driving for so long, I'm like, all right, well, where are we going? So he ended up telling me like we going bowling. So I'm like, I'm in my head like bowling. I don't want to act, but I'm thinking like, all right, so it's only us two. I've never been bowling with just me and one other person. So I'm thinking maybe it's a group thing. So I'm like, just us? He like, yeah. Okay, cool. The whole time he was driving, we did not speak. Like, he was just blasting music, and I'm a shy person, like, and don't get me wrong, I'm shy to a certain extent. Like, if you talking to me, of course I'm gonna talk back, like, but that's what it takes for me to get out of my comfort zone. Like, I'll usually wait for somebody else to make the move. So the whole time he just blasting music. So I'm like, it's probably gonna be mad awkward when we get to the place, because like we wasn't talking, like we haven't been speaking to each other for that long to even be FaceTiming. So like, this is our time to be breaking the ice. That's, in my eyes, that's how I felt. Whatever. So we gets there after an hour of driving. Now I'm on full alert, because I'm like, where the fuck are we driving to? It's been like an hour. Whatever. So now we get to the place, and then here's where shit goes downhill. We get to the place, and he's like, what the fuck he said? He went to the register or whatever and showed them his phone. I didn't think nothing of it, but it was a Groupon. So at first I'm like, Groupon for the first date? But then I'm like, nah, let me not judge, because Groupon, I dare use Groupon. Like, Groupon be having a deal. So I'm like, let me not judge. It's whatever. Then I started judging when they curved us. They said we couldn't use the Groupon. So, mind you, I have my own money. But I feel like for a first date, if we didn't discuss going half-half or whatever the case is, and you invite me out and you want to surprise me, I feel like that's supposed to be on you. Whatever. So, the lady was like, oh, you have to read the fine line. And we couldn't use the Groupon after like 5. So, this is, like I said, it's like 8, 9-ish. So they curved us. So I'm thinking, so that was like, that kind of blew mine. So now I'm thinking, okay, maybe he's gonna pay with actual money. So he literally turned around and was like, we can't do it, whatever. So I'm like, all right. So he like, yeah, maybe we should just go get something to eat. So I'm like, all right, second chance, we're gonna get something to eat. So he's asking me what I like to eat, things like that. So I'm like, now at this point, I don't want to hurt his pocket. His pockets hurt. I already, by you already set the tone, the Groupon tone. So it was like, I don't want to say that I'm liking something or I want something that's expensive, because I clearly don't know how your pockets is set up. Even though I had enough money to cover myself, but I didn't want to like say something that was out of his budget, whatever the case is. So I'm like, what you like to eat? And then he was like, fried chicken. So I'm like, oh, okay. But I'm laughing because I'm thinking he joking or something. I'm like, okay, whatever. So now we walked back to the car, but I'm noticing him like have a little limp. And as I get to the car, I didn't know the door was open. So like he was at the back seat. Like, this is the car. He's at the back seat on this side, like in the street, and I'm on the passenger seat close to the sidewalk. Yeah, so I'm waiting. He's like, you could get inside, the door's open. So I'm wondering why he was just like, standing there. So I just hear mad commotion and movement going on in the back of me as I'm getting in the car. And I'm just like, I'm hearing trunks, clothes, and just mad shit. So like, and he mentioned he like, my foot hurt. So in my mind, I'm thinking like, I don't even know this man. Why are you telling me your foot hurt? Like, that's nothing, but it's like, that was just a turn on for me. Like, why are you telling me your foot hurt? Like, I don't know, that just blew my. So now that he said his foot hurt and I'm hearing all this shit, I'm like, I know this nigga's not changed out his shoes, because I did see him limping, like, whatever. So now we get in a car. He like, yeah, I know this Chinese place that we could go to. So I'm thinking he's talking about like a Chinese sit down. Like, you know how Julan is like or Hulan, however you pronounce it. You know how they like, it's like a dine-in Chinese type of food, I guess. So I'm thinking he's gonna say something like that, or like hibachi or something like that. So when he said Chinese food, I'm like, okay, cool. Mind you, we're in one borough. I live in this borough. We went to this borough. Now he's talking about driving to a Chinese food store in another borough. So I'm like, okay, cool, whatever. The night is still young. I'm gonna give him a second chance. We pulls up to the third borough in front of a Chinese restaurant, like a corner store Chinese restaurant. Like, really? That threw me off. Like, literally, a corner Chinese store. So when he asked me like, you want something, I'm like, I'm totally ready to go home. I'm texting my friends like, nah, get me out of here. I'm ready to go. Why the fuck would you ever think that it was okay to take me to a Chinese restaurant after the Groupon already just whatever? So all of these thoughts is going through my head. I'm like, wait till I get to y'all. I got them in the group chat. I cannot wait to get home, because let me tell y'all what the fuck just happened. This is what I'm texting him. So now he goes to get his food, whatever, Chinese restaurant, whatever. But now he get back in the car, and as he's getting in and out the car, he's like jumping out. Like, clearly so I don't see his feet. So that's what that drew more attention to the situation. So I'm like, nah, I really want to see. Like, by the time I turn around to watch, he's already in a Chinese restaurant. So like, I couldn't see it, but I'm like, I know it's something. So as I was saying before, I was really interrupted. Yeah. So he kept jumping in and out the car, like, but like I said, that drew more attention to the problem. So now I really want to see, like, what are you doing that for? My nose itch. So I'm like, yeah, what are you doing that for? So I finally he gets back in the car and he's sitting there like just while he's waiting for while he finally got the food or whatever, he's sitting there in the car like before driving. He's like trying to make conversation. So I'm like, so you're not gonna eat your food? Like, cause I'm trying to get out of there. He's like, I'm gonna wait till I go home. So I'm like, yeah, it's getting cold. Like the food's getting cold. So I keep like making sure he knows that I'm ready to go. You should be eating your food. So he's like, yeah, so what you want to do now? I'm like, I'm ready to go home. Like I made that very clear. I'm ready to go home. Period! The whole night, I couldn't even pretend no more. He had thrown the whole fucking night off. He threw me off. So yeah, so now he's driving me back home. Now he's talking or whatever, but he was just like, the questions he was asking me and stuff was making me feel like, I don't know. He was just turning me off. So now that he dropped me off in front of my building, I don't want to be rude and just like dip, which I wanted to, but like I'm really not a person that can hurt feelings. Like, so he's just talking my ear off and I'm just trying to pretend to be interested, but I'm ready to go. Like I'm so close to home, like right here, my building's right here. I'm just like, okay, what are we still here for? So yeah, then the next day I don't think I texted him because like I said, that turned me all the way off. And I noticed that he was throwing subs on Instagram. He was watching like a YouTube video of a girl talking about, I think it was, I forgot if it was a girl or a guy, but the video was talking about how girls always curve good men, how they don't really want what we say we're looking for, da da da. He was throwing subs. And then he had texted me like, I forgot what the hell the text message said. If this wasn't a new phone, I would have still had the messages. But the text message was something like, oh my gosh, I wish I could remember. Basically, I was asking my god sister, like, what should I say? Like, I don't want to hurt his feelings, but at the same time, I want him to know, like, that was unacceptable. Like, no. So she was like, tell him exactly that. Tell him exactly how you feel. Just be like, I forgot. She told me what to say, though. I don't want to get into detail and, like, make him feel little because, I don't know. I just feel like that was just so out of line. Like, if you don't got it, then you don't got it. But you making it seem like, oh, I'm surprising you, this, that, and the third. The fucking Chinese restaurant took me all the way out. Like, I couldn't believe he took me to a Chinese fucking restaurant. We done went to Mad Barrows for you to be doing that. Like, you wasted more gas than fucking, like, you probably spent more money on gas than the whole thing. So yeah, that was just a turn off. And then I ended up later on finding out that he blocked me on Instagram. And I really don't care because she was not doing nothing for me at all. So yeah, the moral of the story is that was the worst date ever, and I will never scroll down my fucking Instagram DMs to fish for another nigga ever. And I forgot what else happened. Oh yeah, then as I'm noticing while I'm showing my friends the guy, I'm like, yeah, this is him, da-da-da, boy number 2. I'm scrolling down, all his pictures, he got the same ass sneakers on that he wore to our date. So I'm like, that's why these shits hurt. So, and I feel like that's why he wanted to go bowling so he could finally take a fucking break out them shoes and have the bowling shoes on. That's the only explanation I got. Them shoes was crunched up. But yeah, so that was the end of the story time. And yes, I am still single. That's probably why I expect so much. I don't know. But if you want to hear more story times or see more videos of me during this quarantine, government shutdown, whatever you want to call it, please let me know down below in the comments because I have a lot of stories and I have a lot of other ideas. So just let me know what you want to see. Bye.